What the fuck is up, motherfuckers? It's Pepe
and Fifi.
You already know the vibes.
Okay, wait. We got this out.
What? Redo.
What? How the fuck did we meet?
So, the first time I remember, like, meeting Sophia, I was in a room with Kylie.
Our friends.
Like, our friends. And so
People that we mutually knew that, like,
Yeah.
we met.
But we haven't met each other yet.
Yes, we haven't met each other yet.
So it was movie night with them, and one of our friends
One of our friends, mutual friends,
was like, yo, I have a girl coming, her name's Sophia, and I was like, okay.
I'm pretty sure she texted me. I texted her and I was like, can we have movie night?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, sure, come down right now, but I'll be in the shower. And I was like, okay. So I went down to her room and there was like a shit ton of people down there that I had never met before.
I was like, who is this beautiful lady? She's really making me feel insecure right now because she's so cute.
We had never met before.
And yeah.
I don't even think we like talked.
No.
Like I don't think
No.
we talked
Nothing.
at all during this.
Nothing.
Like we sat. Like I think Kylie must have turned on a show before she went to go shower.
Yeah.
And we all just sat like on the futon, and I don't think we said one word to each other.
No.
And then when was the like actual time that we like
Officially, like,
met, like hung out?
I feel like it was a weekend.
It was a weekend. We went
I was-
partying,
Yeah.
and Kylie and Ariana are friends.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they are okay with us saying their names.
Yeah, I feel like they would care.
We were walking out of Roach, my dorm, and they said we're picking up a few girls from Prey, her
Mhm.
dorm. And it was you and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And then
We went to Porch, right?
we went to a party and we took a bunch of fucking pictures
Photos.
together.
And I've never even said a word to this girl. But
Yeah.
we took a bunch of photos together. And then, what was the next weekend?
I don't know.
And then I remember Halloween. I feel like I
Halloween.
wasn't still even that close to you. Me and you took separate, like, photos together.
I remember we went to a party on Halloween. I got separated from you guys after.
Yeah.
I kind of got fucked
Yeah.
over.
But did we
Really bad that
meet before
night.
that? Because I feel like I met Owen before Halloween. And I
Everyone
was-
had met one before
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, so I kind of remember that one. Because I puked. That was the first time Owen saw me
I
puke.
have a friend that comes up named Owen, and he called her, he knew her as the puker, because every time he had come
That
up,
time he came
she
up,
had puked.
Halloween was my worst night. I puked
You're so
many
fucking chill
times.
about it too. You're just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna puke right now. Hold
Yeah.
my hair.
Yeah. Because I just, I like the comfort of other people there with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, we've gotten really close.
Yeah.
Like, the past, like, month, I feel like. But I feel like we've known each other long before we actually, like, got into,
I don't know
like,
how we
talking a
got
lot.
close.
I don't even know.
Like, it
either.
was really random, and then
I
we
feel
kind of just stopped talking
Yeah.
to, like, everyone but
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
And, like, occasionally my roommate,
Mm-hmm.
and occasionally your roommate.
Yeah. I gotta say, my roommate's the best.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She's, yeah. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil myself.
So, you know, we started a little night routine recently together.
Yeah.
And it involves our, you know, your usual college,
Our little sesh together.
our sesh together, and looking up most disturbing films on
Yes.
Netflix, or like trippy films or things that
Yeah.
will like
Just really get you.
really get to you. So Midnight Gospel was a recent one.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. It's a podcast. I think his name is Danny.
Yeah.
Duncan. He does them on Spotify, but he put them on Netflix. He just added like
an anime.
an animation like over it.
It's really good.
Well, the last episode really got to us. It talks about death, drugs, like
Yeah.
some deep stuff. But the whole thing is a podcast.
Mhm.
So we went on vacation together recently for our college spring break to
Mhm.
Florida. And one night
We did our night routine.
We did our night routine, like our
But we
normal
also
routine.
added a little.
We videoed it though.
But also, like, there's a mix of some water, we should say.
Yeah.
Water.
And we started our own midnight gospel. And we rewatched it the next morning, and it was really funny.
But, like, we all, already before that, we, like, came up with, like, nicknames for each other. And, like, I've always been nicknamed Pepe.
So then
And
I
so
said
then-
Fifi.
Yeah.
Pepe and Fifi. And we just got into it, and the next morning we re-looked back at it. It was really funny. Like,
Yeah.
we were really funny, so we were like, oh my god,
Like, should
we
like,
could make a podcast,
Yeah.
like an actual podcast.
I
Like,
just-
during our night routine, like, when we have our night routine, it would be like, we would record it. It would
Mhm.
literally just be our night routine, but recorded.
Yeah.
And we're in the dorms.
Just
We're
chilling,
just chilling.
having good times.
Having good times.
But also, we wanted to, like, add, like, people into it, too, that we know.
Yes.
That like to do the same night routine as us.
So every time we record a Sunday, we're gonna have a special guest.
Yes.
And a big part about that is it's like questions girls would want to ask a guy, but
Yeah.
would never have the guts to. So we're gonna have some guys come in for a
answer those
podcast
questions for
and
us.
answer those questions.
And they're gonna be truthful.
Truthful.
Because of,
We told them they had to be
because of
themselves.
our night routine. They're gonna be truthful because of our night routine. That's how it's gonna go.
So yeah, our guest that we're having today is
Read.
Reed by Riri. So we got Pepe, Fifi, and Riri.
Yes. Yes. Watch it.
Hi, Reed.
It's Reed. Okay. We've been waiting for you for like a while now.
Oh, oops.
No, but it's been really good. So.
It's
Okay.
been good. It's been good.
What's up? What are we talking about here?
So first, we're gonna talk about like how we first met you.
Okay, first,
Oh boy.
how's college going so far?
Yeah.
So far, it's
He's
good.
new.
Yeah.
Like new, like explain.
I graduated high school last semester, and now I'm here this semester.
Yeah.
So we're chilling.
He
So
graduated
we have
early.
a whole semester on him right now
But a whole semester without him.
without him also.
It's a semester missed.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So do you guys remember when you went from middle school to high school?
Yeah.
You remember that feeling of like extra freedom? It was like pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of.
Okay. So you're having a good time.
Freshman year
Yeah.
was my worst year in high school.
Why?
I failed my freshman year.
Really?
Like, bad. Like, I think my freshman year I experienced, like, all my firsts. Like, I kind of assumed in middle school, like, in 8th grade, that everybody at my high school was already gonna have, like, had all of their firsts. Like, I felt, like, really behind. Like, I
Mhm.
felt like everybody lost their virginity. Everybody, like,
Yeah.
had already been, like, partying and drinking and, like, all that kind of stuff, and I felt really behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when I went into freshman year, I needed to, like, catch up on all of that.
Yeah.
And, like, middle school and elementary school, I was in, like, I don't know what they call it in Appleton, like, those gifted and talented.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
in that. Like, I had, like, A pluses pretty much. I mean, I don't think I had ever gotten anything under an A. And then I went into freshman year of high school,
Yeah.
and because I was so determined to, like, have all my firsts that, like, I had assumed that everybody else had already had,
Yeah.
I, like, didn't care about school at all. And
Yeah.
then I failed freshman year really bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then COVID hit my middle junior year. It hit.
Yeah.
And then my senior year was all online, which made it
And your junior year.
easy, and half a junior year. It was a little bit easier to get some passing grades.
Yeah.
And I think COVID is the only reason I passed high school. Like, the only reason I graduated.
I feel like that was me for like my junior year because then my senior year was actually in person.
I never wanted to like go to college. And then I don't know what happened.
You just said fuck it.
My goal was to either be a rich, like marry a rich man, or like be like famous, like not hard work kind of job, but like in fashion or like.
But still, you need to go to college for those.
Like my dream, I know, but that's what I was gonna do was just go to like a cosmetology like program for 11 months or like.
I feel like you should be a fitness like.
I know. I always kind of thought that too. Like that's like a good plan B for me. It's like being, like a fitness person.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like a trainer or whatever.
A trainer. I was thinking a trainer.
I'd like that kind of.
Yeah.
If I get rich and I have a lot of free time on my hands, I'll make a gym or something. That'd be fun. But otherwise, my major is like about like managing like fish farm or whatever it is that have to do with fish or water. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
How did we meet you?
At a pregame.
No, I knew you before that.
I've heard of you. I feel like.
No.
A friend of mine found you on Tinder.
Oh yeah.
And
but we never met.
Did that one thing in his room, right?
She runs up to my room one night and she goes, dude, like, apparently there's this guy, like, 2 doors down from you. I've never seen him before. And she shows me a picture of you and I was like, I've never seen this man before. And I feel like I know all my neighbors. Because, like, I've been here for, like
you see him
months.
Yeah.
And, like, you know what I mean? Like, who just doesn't leave their room to, like, shower or go to classes? But I was like, maybe. But it was because he moved here.
At semester. I just got here this semester.
Yeah.
And then we officially met him in a friend of ours.
Henry's
room. The same girl that found him on Tinder invited him over.
Yeah. Then I met all you guys.
Yeah, didn't even know who the fuck this kid was besides
the
Tinder thing.
I don't know why you guys decided you want to be friends with me.
I don't know.
I was being stupid.
Yeah, he didn't even make it before, like, after.
I didn't know. I didn't.
He did the pregame and then didn't do anything.
I didn't leave the room.
No.
I didn't leave the room after that. They all
probably
left me.
didn't see you again like 2 days later.
Yeah, I know.
And then we just like really made fun of him because of that. And then he like popped in more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then more often.
Oh. Yeah, basically.
Ask nobody else.
I'm their first guest.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna ask him questions.
A few questions. Our first one is, do guys talk about girls the same way girls talk about guys?
Yeah.
The way I would describe this is no, but there's always outliers.
What?
Do you act different around your friends than you would around?
Not usually. I'm usually always just fucking weird.
Okay.
Like you've seen all my personality. Probably.
But I also feel like.
But around a girl that you're like.
Then like attracted to.
Yes.
I'm not weird around them until later.
So you act different around your.
You have to, I act more like proper and mature at first, but then like as I get more comfortable with them, like the weird side comes out.
Yeah.
Like you guys see my weird shit.
But I also feel like when like a girl has like a crush on a boy, like the girl always tells her friends. But like.
Do you guys have girl talk?
Yeah.
Not
like
really.
we have boy talk?
No, it's not like that at all.
Really?
No.
What do you talk about then when you're with your your guy friends?
Definitely like, yo, check out this hot chick, or like, what do you think of her? Do you think she's hot?
But you never tell them about like a girl you've been talking to for a while.
Not like, no. You like say like you're working on them or something. I guess, if that makes sense. Be like, it's like say I was talking to somebody for a while.
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I've been working on her for a bit, like just talking to her. I don't know.
Well, what about even if like you're like you're like taking her on like dates.
I'm going on dates with her.
Yeah.
Would I like be like, oh
Then
my
what
god,
would you say to your guy friends?
to my guy friends?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't say anything. I'm just seeing her.
Oh, damn.
But like girls, they'll be like, he ordered this. We talked about this.
Yeah, we do.
He bought for he paid for my meal.
Like he said this at one point.
Yeah.
Do you get like, okay, like if
He
you were
held the
talking
door
for a
open
girl,
for me.
no, if you were like, have you like, since coming to college, has there been a girl that you've talked to that like didn't work out that you're like upset about right now?
Right now?
Yes. Are you just chilling right now? Like, just total guy stereotype, like, going with the
I'm
flow?
chilling right now.
You're not talking to anyone really?
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on like 4 or 5 people, but if you see this, sorry. But
I
other
didn't
than
know that.
what do you mean?
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean you gotta keep your options open. Like,
So you don't, do you talk to us, like, us as, like, your guy friends?
Yeah.
I talk to you guys like you're my girlfriends. Like,
Like,
guy,
girlfriends?
yeah, I get it. Yeah, like that. But like, my motto kind of is it's always like, ever since I got here basically is like, you just cast your line until you catch your fish. Like, keep your options open
Okay.
till the right one comes your way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when we first came up with our podcast idea,
Yeah,
we were really fucking excited
yeah.
to tell my mom. So we were driving, and she had a couple questions for us that we could ask guys, because we told her why we wanted guys on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And she said a really good question to ask would be, like, how does dating work, like, in this generation for guys? Like, does sex, like,
Even
mean
matter?
anything?
Yeah.
Especially in college. Like, how do you feel about, like,
Depends the context of it.
well, have you had sex with anyone since you come to college?
Yes.
Did it mean anything?
No, no. It just depends, situational. So, like, say you're dating somebody for 2 years, you have sex with that person, it's supposed to mean something. But if you're,
But does it if you've had like sex with them so many times? in a
well, I mean,
relationship?
it should technically. Like, it's fun. It's not like a huge like milestone or anything in your relationship, but it should mean a lot more than like say a hookup. You know what I mean?
Do you remember we got in this talk about like looks or personality?
Yeah.
And I said that like I would prefer looks over personality,
Same.
just because
You gotta justify yourself here because you look like.
I
You
know,
gotta say it.
I
You
know,
gotta say
but
it.
you agreed with me.
Yeah.
You
No,
agreed
but
with
just
me.
say why. Say why, and then they'll understand.
I feel like I explained it better when I first explained
I can say what you said.
I said that I'm really picky. Like,
Yep.
I have major OCD. Like,
Yeah.
I get grossed out very easy. Like,
Mhm.
like, I'd be going on,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it takes me 1 out of 1,000 to find a guy attractive.
Gotcha.
So I'm not gonna, in a dating situation, I'm not gonna get to know a guy's personality if I'm not attracted to them.
Yeah.
Because physical connection is a
That's
lot
like
more
step one.
important to me than emotional connection.
It's like step 1.
I can find that emotional connection
Mm-hmm.
if I'm attracted to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
exactly.
But like, I don't know, I feel like emotional connection is a lot more important to me because
That also comes with time too. Like usually, physical attraction is like the first thing you notice, and then
Mhm.
once you get to know somebody, you
and
can
once you get to know somebody,
you can tell if you like
your
like
physical
their-
attraction gets more and more like
Like heightened.
heightened
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
also experience and like
Exactly,
gain that
yeah.
emotional connection.
Yeah.
I agree. So it's a little bit of both.
It's both, but I would go for looks first
Yeah.
and not in a selfish like way that people would assume if you
Yeah.
said looks.
You have to explain yourself when you say
If
that.
I didn't explain, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're all good though. I agree. But like, sex in a relationship should mean something for sure. Hookups don't need to mean anything, just for fun. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to mean anything.
What if a girl thinks it means something?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Yes.
Like a girl is like low-key falling for you and you're like, you were just...
You were just rebounding or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. I mean, the best thing you can do is, like, be nice.
Yeah.
Like, because that's obviously, like, a big thing for them. So, like, whenever that happens, it's a very good idea for guys to, like, maybe stay in touch with them, but kind of be distant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, that's what I do.
Okay.
Like, and, like, I don't necessarily hook up with anybody that I think is, like, weird or anything. Like, they're all, like, genuine people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like, hey, let's keep hanging out, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, we hooked up, but, like, I'm not going to just ghost you because I feel like an ass. Then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how would you like it?
I feel like I did that once, so...
Well, yeah.
Did what once?
Like, where, like, I hooked up with the person, and then, like, before we hooked up, we Snapchatted a lot. So then, like, you didn't want to, like, just, like, stop right after you hooked up. So, like, you still, like, talk to them after, and you just ease your way off.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I've already said this like 20 million times off of camera, but I'm just gonna say it again because what did you guys call it? Post-nut.
Post-nut clarity.
Oh my god, the amount of rebounds I had after my first boyfriend. Like, I didn't know that this was a dude thing, but like, I would
She
be
gets
like,
post-nut clarity.
I would be like, you know what? This dude is like, he's okay. He's okay. So, you know, I would be honest about it. I'd be like, you're my rebound.
Yeah.
And right after we, you know,
Yeah.
it was like, ew. Like, I
Yeah.
had to block him.
Honestly,
Like,
yeah.
like, I couldn't, I was like,
Like,
what
he just
happened? Like,
grossed you out
something
bad.
grossed me out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like anything, like, it's not like you did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I don't know. I feel like with that question, like, does sex mean anything in this generation?
It can.
I
but
think it
also can't.
depends.
Yeah.
And especially when I was bringing up, like, my freshman year and sophomore year were, like, my naughty years of my life. Like, I would say no, it didn't. But I feel like it changed.
Yeah.
I think it means more to girls.
Now that I'm in college,
I mean, so, like, I feel like, maybe, I don't know. So, some, from my experience, it means more to girls. Right now, from my experience.
Okay.
It could, you guys could be different. I don't know. You know what I mean? But, like, don't.
I feel like girls get sex easier.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%
So
easier.
I feel like if a guy finally gets sex and that
He's
girl's
like-
not into
he's
it,
like- yeah.
Then
I feel like it could go either way.
Yeah.
Then with that question.
What happens if the girl's really into it, but then the guy just doesn't really care? It's just another hookup.
Yeah.
What if the girl's like, I want to marry this dude, that was awesome.
I mean,
And then the guy's like, meh.
I don't even know if I should bring this up, so I might crop it out.
Okay.
But I had an experience here in
When
college.
should we do a commercial break? Because I love you have to.
Me too.
Let's just do it. Let's just crop that whole thing out.
Okay, so commercial break.
Maybe we should.
What's the, look at your phone. Where's your phone? Oh. You have them written down in your nose.
Anyway, we went on a commercial break.
Yep.
We all had to pee. Piss our pants, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Anyway,
It's a
should
good
we share a story?
thing. Just any story?
No,
What story?
not just any story.
The story?
The story.
No.
The story.
The
No,
story.
no, no.
The story.
Like, am I thinking the same thing as you?
Yeah,
No.
the story.
Like, why it's just me and you now?
It's gotta be just you and her, because mine is boring as hell.
No, the story.
Where it came down to only me and you, kind of.
No, but she doesn't know what we're talking about.
Let's just move on then. Let's just move
No,
on.
what's
the story?
What's the story that?
The story. The
Okay,
story
then start
that
explaining because I have
haven't-
no idea.
Reed, you share your story first.
It was literally... Okay.
Okay.
Summer in between sophomore and junior year. pull up in the whip
Wait,
to a
the story, like
The
how,
story.
like how
to
we
a turn.
lost?
Wait, to a dead end. Park it.
It was in the car.
Yep, right there.
The story.
And honestly,
Okay.
it was exactly how I imagined it for some reason. So it wasn't like a eye-opening,
Mine was a really
mind-blowing
good.
thing.
I
So
felt like.
your guys' is gonna be way better than
I
mine.
feel like
Mine
mine was a
boring.
really good one. Okay, so it was my sophomore year, and there was this guy in my class. I really don't care if he sees this. So, and he was probably like one of the most attractive boys in our school too. But our school was really small. So we've been like best friends forever. Well, not forever. Like kind of like friends that are close. And like I was ballsy one day, and I like told him like I'm gonna be like more than just friends. Like I see you more than a friend. And he was like, "What do you mean by more than a friend?" Like, and then we like went to the like subject of like should we like do stuff, and like I was down to do it, and we were sophomores and we couldn't drive, so he drove his mom's car to my house without permit, like all that, and the first night he drove over, I was really, really scared, so, like, I didn't go with him. So then the next night he did the same thing, and then I went over. We just, like, made out and stuff. And then we, like, did stuff at school, but then we never had sex.
At school?
We did stuff at school, but we
Like
didn't
what?
actually have sex.
You like in the parking lot or like in school?
In school.
Like in the building.
Like, in the building.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And then my dad, he does plowing in the winter, and so he was out plowing one night, and I told Gavin, bleep. I told him to come over. I told him to come over, but he was like, "You come and pick me up." So I told my sister everything, and she was like down for it. She's like, "Just take my car." So I took her car, picked him up, brought him to my house, went up to my bed, and we did it there, and then I drove him back. So I was in my own bed.
You know what's funny?
But the downside was I had top the whole time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Before Sophia starts, one thing I want the audience to know is that females take a long ass time to say their stories versus guys.
Yeah, I like led up to my story.
They're like-
I might do that same
Yeah,
thing.
she's
I
definitely
might
gonna
do
do
that
it.
too.
But I'm just saying, like, you can fast forward, like, if it's on YouTube, go
Yeah,
like,
fast forward.
go like times go like times 1.5. You'll get the same story. Don't worry.
I meant prolong my story, but it'll be a good
They
story.
start from like
It'll be
a
a
year
good
ago,
story.
and then they like continue.
No, it'll be
It's
a good
like-
story, so you'll want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, aside that, he had a girlfriend.
Oh, homewrecker.
But he said he was going to break up with her.
Okay.
But then he ended up not breaking up with her.
Man, you're wrong. Just kidding.
This is funny because we've practiced this before,
Yeah.
and we've shared our virginity stories, but for some reason,
All of us led up to it, though.
I never shared
You
mine.
never did.
It was everybody practicing this video, and then I never shared mine.
Where
But,
was
like,
I?
you
Where
went
was I
into-
for
You
this?
went into other things.
Florida.
Sophia,
I wasn't
you
in
went
Florida.
Into other things.
I went into some other things.
Yeah.
This was in Florida. We practiced our podcast.
Yeah.
And
And
we
talking about-
practiced
With Owen?
about our stories, first stories, and no, he wasn't there.
Oh,
And I was the only one that
It
didn't
was
share
all
for
of
some
us
reason.
girls.
okay.
But I can share.
Yeah.
My story
Yep.
starts with, I feel like I was pretty young for losing
It's
my
I
first
came out the
story.
womb.
But I, am young for my grade. I'm like a year young for my grade. I'm in that weird time period where like your parents have to pick like, should she be in this grade or this grade? And I'm pretty sure they said if she was a girl, she would be young for her grade, and a guy, she'd be old for her grade. So I'm young for my grade. That's just like a thing. So it doesn't matter. But I was dating my first boyfriend. He was very religious, so I think, like, I assumed wait till marriage for all that.
Do I know this one?
I don't know, but I was like, I texted him one night and I was like, when do you think you would lose your virginity?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, just be straight up about it. And he was like, whenever the time comes. So it was me that asked him when he would lose it. And then when we hung out after that, I mean, I was ready. Like I said before, I thought that everybody going into high school had already lost their virginity. Like,
Yeah.
I had no idea that I was, like, one of the first people. Like, I was in a rush. Like, I was like, we gotta get this done,
I can
dude.
just no. I can just see you like doing your Sophia tap. Like, are we gonna
My
fuck
tap.
or what?
Are we gonna do this or not? Because I gotta get this over with. So I went over to his house when his parents were gone. And we're in the basement, and I was like, I'm ready for this. And I feel like he's gonna hate me for, like, sharing this whole thing.
Well, just don't say his name.
Yeah.
I won't, but everyone's
He'll
gonna
still
fucking know. Everyone's gonna know. But we were in his basement, and I was like, we gotta fucking do this shit. So we went into the basement, like I already said, like 10 times. And we wanted to make it, like, romantic. Like, this was both of our first times. Like, this was not just my first, but it was, like, both of our first.
Yeah.
So we turned it into, like, a big thing. Like, you know what I
Like
mean?
you lit candles and everything.
No, but, like, we started,
Like, you did step by step.
we did step by
like-
step, took all the clothes off, you know, like, made it into a very, like, sensual, like,
Yeah.
whatever. Well, I feel like this has happened to most people, but the first time didn't work out.
Yeah.
It didn't go in. It didn't work out. And his dad called him, and he was like, I'm on my way home, and I wasn't supposed to be at his house, so I dipped. And he called me, and he was like, please do not tell anybody about this. Like, he was embarrassed. It was not his fault, but, like, it just didn't work out. Like, it was both of our first. We had no idea what we were doing, whatever. The next time we hung out was at my house. We went into the basement. Somehow we figured out what to do and how to make it work.
Yeah.
But neither of us were into it, like, at all. Like, I wasn't into it. Like, I was kind of upset because I feel like for a female, you watch all these movies about, like, losing your virginity, and it's, like,
Amazing.
sparks. It was not like that, which was
No.
really disappointing, and there was, like, a part of me that felt like he felt the same way. So we stopped, and he said something like, you're gonna give me blue balls. Like, we have to keep going. And we're both like, okay, we have to keep going. So we finished, whatever. It was kind of like a weird experience for me. I don't know why my mom came down. I think she told you this, but she came downstairs. She went into the bathroom. She came back out of the bathroom and she said, hey, my ex, plastic doesn't flush down the toilet very well. Do you remember that?
Oh no.
And she was, I think my mom was a little bit upset. Not that it happened, but that I didn't tell her, because we tell each other everything. So I think it was more of like, she was disappointed that like she didn't know first. But I was like, dude, like, that was my first time. Like, I would have told you, but I swear to God, like, it had never happened before that. Like, she literally walked downstairs like 5 minutes after my first time happened, and I started crying to her, and I was like, I did not like that. Like, that is not how I pictured it, like, at all. Like, I thought it was gonna be some, like, magical, I don't know. But it wasn't.
No.
It got better, though. It got better. Just the first time wasn't.
Yeah, first time's always a little weird. Then it gets good.
Yeah.
Well, especially for a guy. I feel like you guys figure out how to
Do the motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
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 Alright.
What's the next question?
Pause.
It says, talk about post-nut clarity.
We already did.
But we already did that. And leaving the toilet seat up.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
The seat up.
Back from commercial break.
All right.
I feel like
Back
you're
from
talking a
commercial
lot.
Okay, I'll make sure we talk after this.
Yeah.
Back from commercial break. Before we started our official podcast, we told fucking everybody
A lot
about
of
it.
people. Like,
Everybody. Like, we were in Florida. We went to the Floribama bar.
Yeah.
Told every guy we ran into.
Literally told people, and we like started podcasting with them just to like see how good we do with like talking.
We would go up to a random guy and be
Yeah.
like, "Can we interview you for our podcast?"
Yeah,
No,
we did that.
But we told my roommate about it, who's not here right now.
Yeah.
But she was like, "I have some amazing ideas for you."
Because like she like said that she like grew up being in friend groups with only boys and not girls, so like she learned a lot about like what boys talk about and do for girls that we don't like, pretty much.
So there was this one thing that happened to her while she was on spring break.
Yeah.
And she was with all guys because her boyfriend's at a frat. And she was on spring break with him. And one of the guys said, "You guys, we need to keep the toilet seat open." Or like, you know, like all the toilet seats up. And she was like, "Why would you do that? Like, girls hate that when you keep the toilet seat up." And
Why?
he was
Why
like,
do they hate that?
"Because it's just gross." And he was like,
Yeah.
"No, it's because
Like,
we're
just
showing
take it
you."
down.
What
Yeah.
if they pee on it?
That's what he said. He was
Yeah.
like, "No, it's because I'm showing you that we're not peeing on the toilet seat." Like, he was showing
Yeah.
like he put all of
And
the
then
lids
what?
up.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Wait a minute, I never thought about like,
I never knew
are
that.
there things that girls think guys are doing in a douchey way, but like,
Or
aren't-
actually to help us.
Yeah.
Actually
There's,
show that like we
there's a lot of things like that.
Yeah. I always got so annoyed like whenever the toilet seat was up.
Why though?
Because then I have to put it down.
Yeah, but then it's clean.
I know. Now I realize that.
So what would you rather do? Toilet seat up or dirty toilet seat?
why does it have to be like one or the other?"
Because there's no in between.
So we also brought up like things guys do.
Okay, well, what would you rather have? There's two options: dirty toilet seat or
Just
toilet
put
seat.
the seat down.
Yeah,
you
just
don't
keep
need
it
to
down.
prove to me.
Just keep it down. It's just way easier than like I just want to hurry up and go pee and not like have to like put the toilet seat down. I just want to
Is it
quickly
that much
sit down.
energy?
Yeah.
No, but what's the point?
So that you guys get to sit down on a nice, clean
Well,
platform.
just don't hit the fucking toilet.
Hey, I'm not hitting it. I'm just saying, like, there's that. I've seen some shit on the toilet seat before.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had a girlfriend before.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got in arguments.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Was there ever anything about like you say like looking at another female, whether it involves Instagram, any type of social media, or even to the point of like porn?
She's ever like, why are you looking at that bitch?
Or like, why did you like her picture or something?
No.
It was never like that.
No, I don't think she even cared.
Okay.
So, like, even if I did like someone's thing, she'd be like, meh.
Or like did
Cause
she know that like you watched porn, or did you not watch porn during the relationship?
Not really. I don't watch a lot of porn in general.
Like actually.
Like, once in a while, but not like all the time, because that's weird.
Like how many times a month?
How many times a week?
Since I've been in college, none.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I love it.
Okay.
It's been, well, hookups.
What's that have to do with anything?
Bro, I don't need to jack off. There's like 80 million chicks here.
Okay, so say
That's-
you were
okay.
so.
For the men in this podcast, masturbation is beta.
Okay, say you were still with your girlfriend
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you're on Instagram and you see a picture of a girl that you know that is in, I don't know, a bikini, like,
Yeah.
it could be straight
if
up
I
ass
liked her
picture.
picture?
What do you think when you're looking at that picture but have a girlfriend?
Yeah. Like,
Say
they
that
have nice
girl.
ass.
Say that girl is like clearly really attractive.
Okay, well, in my head, I'm like, I'm obviously committed to her, but I feel like you can still think that someone looks good.
Do you get turned on by it though?
No.
Oh.
No, like, if you're like that deep in a relationship, you shouldn't get turned on by that stuff. Like, it shouldn't mean the same. When you're in a relationship, that shit like means a lot, you know. It should. If it doesn't, then it's not legit. I think that's my opinion. Like, everyone has their own opinion, but like some hot ass dude, like for you guys, like shouldn't mean anything if you're already in a relationship. Like, you can be like, oh yeah, he's hot, but like it's not like the same
I feel that. I just didn't know if it was the same for like
for guys.
guys
Yeah.
and girls.
No, I don't know. It's kind of just like what I was talking about. Never really had a problem with that because she didn't care about me.
Then why'd you break up?
Because
College?
no, I didn't break up because of college.
She didn't like care about you.
Basically, I kind of gave her a choice. Okay, so we ended up taking a break before I moved to Wisconsin.
Mhm.
So it was like a 2-week break. And then, she went and partied and hung out with all of her friends. There's a lot of shit that I won't say in here, but she went and partied, blah, blah, blah. And we, like, started talking again after the break because we, like, we're having a rough patch. And then she's like, those were the best, like, 2 weeks of college of my life, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, those are, like, the best experience I've had. So I was like, if that was the best experience you had, then, like, what are you doing with me? Like, go, like, because I was kind of holding her back from that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like her partying all by herself, like, with all these, like, guys and stuff, because bad stuff would happen every time. So, like, I would always, like, try to, like, not let her go party, I guess. I know it's controlling, but it's just me. And I'm sure it's understandable to a lot of people.
It's
But
not even controlling. It's just like making compromises.
that's what I was thinking.
in a
but
relationship.
everyone's personality is different. She wanted to go.
Cheating isn't like there's not like an exact definition for cheating because some
Yeah.
people have open relationships where they
Yeah.
literally like have sex with other people, and there's some people who like have no social media. Either.
Right,
And, like, you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like there's not a direct like definition for cheating.
You have to
besides-
define it in the relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
And I tried to define like shit like that, and like she didn't want any rules, which is also a red flag. But love is blinding, so you know. But anyways, got done with the 2-week break. She said it was the best time of her life. So I'm like, why am I holding you back from this? Like, the main goal of this relationship is to make you happy.
Yeah.
So like, my job is to make you happy. So I need to take myself out of this situation in order to make you happy.
Mhm.
So in the end, I made her happy, and so I just left. And did I probably walk away the loser? Probably, but that happens in life.
Mhm.
It's kind of sad, but I mean, you can only do so much.
So you've been in one.
Actual serious relationship.
I've never
The rest
been.
the rest of them were all kind of like just stupid, but.
Pepe's been single her whole life.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it. Just made her happy.
Okay.
I know that was depressing.
I might have to pee.
A commercial break again?
Commercial break.
Might have to go commercial break.
It's commercial break right now. I also kind of might have to go pee.
Damn, I really just ruined the mood.
Wait, why? Cheating.
Perfect. Now we're going with cheating.
What's the subject about cheating?
What's your definition of cheating?
I feel like I
That's a big goal.
already brought this up before. I feel like I said, cheating has no specific definition.
But for you,
Like,
if you're in a relationship, what's your cheating?
right, there's people who
Yeah.
have
Not
open
what other
relationships and
Not what
have
other
sex
people
with whoever
think.
they want.
What you think? What does
And
Sophia
then-
think?
I've been in 2 relationships.
Okay.
My first one was my first relationship ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of it was attachment, which caused, like, are you really gonna be the person that I marry? Probably not. So I'm gonna go talk to this person. But I'm not gonna break up with you because I'm attached to you. And I think it kind of became, in a way, like an open relationship. But it was more like, you did something that made me mad, but I'm not gonna break up with you because I'm attached. So I'm just gonna do something equally as bad. And it kind of turned into like a...
That sounds toxic.
It was toxic,
this.
but I feel like you have to have a toxic relationship to like I'm glad I had that relationship no matter how depressed it made me, because it like I didn't know how to have a relationship or how to act in a relationship at the time, but now I do.
Okay.
Like, in a way, it was like
you gotta
a
go through
learning
this shit to know
experience
what
for
the
me.
good is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
like I feel like you have to like be hurt a few times in your life
In order
to
find a
know
good
what
one.
you want.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. One of my really good friends, best heart and best soul I've ever known in my entire life. He's constantly getting himself in situations where, like, he's just always getting played or hurt or just like maybe cheated on. Like, and I hate to see it because he's such a good heart. Like, people just need to learn, like, you can't. Like, you gotta do that shit right, otherwise it hurts, you know?
Yeah. I feel like in a way though, like it takes one to get hurt
Yeah, it
to
does.
know how
Like,
to not hurt somebody else.
nobody ever listens to their friends.
Mhm.
Nobody will be like, ever listen to their friends. 'Cause, like I said earlier, love is blinding.
The only thing about that though is because my first relationship was so toxic. In a way,
That was like the standard.
In a way, made my second relationship toxic because I had
That's all you
zero
knew.
trust at
That's
all.
all
Like,
you
that's
knew.
all I knew was
Yeah.
like cheating and like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just assumed that my second relationship, the guy that I was with, I just assumed he was cheating on
Yeah.
me. I just assumed he was like, because that's all I knew, and I feel like in a way that made it also toxic.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'll never be able to have like a
Good
good
Where you
relationship.
don't see
It's
that.
weird, and I haven't dated anyone since.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've said this so many times, but this is the first time in my life that I've been single, and now I'm
Yeah,
in
I've heard you say
college
Yeah.
with like nobody I know. Like, I didn't know anybody from my hometown that went to this college besides my roommate who's not here, and I was so lonely. Like,
Mhm.
I've never been with like somebody. Like, I've never been not fighting with a guy or not hanging out with a guy or not. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if the relationship was good or bad. I've never had a moment in my life where I've not had a male, no matter the
Right.
circumstances.
So it's just kind of weird. Right
It's so weird. Oh my god. I don't know. Now Payne's just my boyfriend. Payne's literally my boyfriend.
And I'm her garbage man.
I get so like going like, Payne, where are you? Like, it's 5 o'clock.
I know, I
PM.
was
Why are
like-
you not in my room
I
right
know.
now? I'm getting kind of lonely. And then we FaceTime breathe like every night.
I
Every
know.
night. Or we're asking for snacks and he never gets us any.
I got you guys snacks like a couple times, but
Does that annoy you?
those are my breakfast. That's
yeah,
my
I didn't realize
breakfast.
that. I thought they were just like snacks. Not breakfast.
Well, I
Before you
mean,
go work
not
out.
like breakfast, but it's like right before I go work out,
I
like in the
figured
early
that.
morning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would you say because you moved to college, you had more of like a distance from high school to college?
What do you mean?
Would you say there's a change
In
From
from going to high school to college?
well, yeah,
Like what?
Like,
Is people act different?
people are more mature, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Uh,
felt like I was so stupid in high school.
Some people are still stuck in high school.
Yeah.
Like, I might be one of those people, but there's for sure people that are worse than me here. Because I see people that still talk and act like they're still in high school still. Especially, like, freshmen that I'm friends with.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. Like, just drama shit is dumb. But the biggest difference in between high school and college is independence. because we basically get to do whatever we want when we want. We don't get to be like even when I was
Like, I don't have to ask my dad to do something.
well, I never really. So like after I turned 18, I had to stop asking my mom to do stuff. I was just
Same.
tell her like
Yeah.
this is where I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'll be gone tonight, just so you know.
Yeah, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus you don't have to say anything now. You can just go.
Yeah.
Like no one you don't gotta answer to anybody anymore, which is nice. So like that's probably the biggest change.
And I don't have so much stuff going on as I used to in high school.
Yeah,
Like,
you
high
got
school
like
was 8
one
from
or
3.
two homework assignments
It was
a
8
night.
from 3.
Yeah,
And then I had practice
yeah,
from sports.
yeah.
And then I did homework sometimes. Took a nap, whatever. It's just, I had more of a routine when I was in high school. I mean, now I'm starting to have a routine, but it's not that good of a routine. It's
Yeah,
not good for me, routine.
right.
I don't know, I feel like you can, like, agree to this, but in high school, at least my high school was a very, like, rich, preppy, like,
Mhm.
cliques, and, like, there's popular, not popular, druggies,
Oh, that's most high
Um,
schools.
the musical kids, you know, the theater
Like
kids,
I didn't have that.
and I feel like I experienced so much that I didn't want to experience, that I was like, I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna meet people that, like, I'm gonna be best friends with forever. Like, no matter how much I missed my high school friends, like,
Yeah.
they were not good enough. Like, they were petty and dramatic. And I came into college and I, like, met some girls and I was like,
Yeah.
I finally met some genuine,
Mhm.
like,
People.
people that
You
I
could
can
see-
call my lifelong friends.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always, like, especially girls. Like, my mom, there's some dramatic females in her life. Like, still, like, she's like
Yes.
40
Yes.
girls, some girls, like, girls
literally
do not
Karen
change.
moms.
Yes, there are
Yes.
Karens in this world,
Okay.
no matter how old they are.
Karens are in high school too. There's high schoolers that are Karens.
Yes.
Like you don't see it yet really, but they are Karens.
Mhm.
And it's only my freshman year at this school, and I've, like, come and gone so many different people
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
like, trust me, it doesn't just, like,
No, you
switch.
just like I said earlier, you cast your lines until you catch your fish.
Yeah.
Right?
But, like, me and Peyton have stayed together, and we've definitely
Yeah,
experienced,
she's
like,
one of your fish.
Yeah.
She's one of your fish.
No, I love Peyton. One time we had a, both of us in the same night, we had a dream about each other.
Yeah.
And my roommate, we were talking about
I feel
our
like
dreams.
that's what we do.
Yes, my roommate goes, oh my god, you guys had a dream about each other in the same night. And she's big about, like, dreams and that there's a meaning behind dreams. And she was like, that must mean something. Like, that must mean that you guys are, like, party buddies or something.
Yeah.
Like, you guys need to, like, stick
And
together.
then I feel like after that we did. We fucking did.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Reed, I don't think I've had a dream about you.
That's
I don't
good.
think I've had a dream about you
There's
either.
been friends in our group that said that they had dreams about me.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like,
Our group got pretty small.
yeah.
It got
I mean, I'm
pretty
still
small.
I'm still friends with all of them.
Are you?
Yeah, I hang out with everybody still.
I don't see that.
I think
much.
he just hangs out with us at the nighttime.
What, do you hang out with other people
Like,
without us?
Yeah.
During
Well,
the
did
daytime?
you go, who did you go to lunch with?
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody's calling him. He's gonna reject it.
Oh, I am.
I think we're
I
gonna
guess
go to
still after-
baseball. I think we're gonna go to baseball after this.
Yeah.
Because we like baseball.
Yeah, it's just a baseball game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball game.
Yeah. We're going to a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
After this.
Yeah, baseball game
And this is our pregame.
before we go to the baseball game
Yeah.
and hit home runs. Just kidding. I don't know how to play baseball.
Really?
I mean, I've played like a few games like in
I was a
PE in
baseball
high
athlete
school.
in high school.
Yeah, me too.
What'd you play in the spring?
What?
What'd you play in spring?
Track. Football. Shut up. Football, basketball, track.
Volleyball, basketball, softball.
I can see that. There you go.
You played football?
No.
No, volleyball during football time.
All right. What's our?
My neck. Can somebody get you a massage after this?
Yeah.
Like if we cut this
Okay,
out.
so
Wait, Reed.
this
do
is
something right now. Just do
Reed.
something now if we cut this out.
Reed
What?
Wait.
is
Give me your fist.
our amazing friend
What?
that will be pie friend
Go
forever.
really fucking hard.
And we are planning on doing this once a week.
That's my spine! Guys!
We're doing. Wait.
With a new
Oh,
special
we're cutting
guest.
this out. We're cutting this.
I'm literally saying the outro right now.
Oh, we are.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, I think that's good.
Are you massaged yet?
Okay.
I'm sweating at you. I swear to God, you got
This is the
All right.
I do not
outro.
look
Hey,
any
shh,
finer than
sorry.
Let me
this.
talk. Outro. So this is Reed, our very first special guest.
Yep.
Thank
Another
you, Reed.
word.
And we are planning on doing this at least once
a
week
week.
with a new featured guest each time.
With a new
Our
hoe
next
every
guest
time.
is gonna
We're not gonna say our next guest. It's gonna
It'll
keep
be
you
good,
guys
it'll be
on
good.
It's
your
gonna be a
toes,
surprise.
But we
Still,
will
it's not gonna be better than
describe
me.
them. We will describe them. We will describe
Oh
them.
my God, okay, we'll describe them.
So our next guest is this long-term couple that have been going on for about
Oh
a
yeah, I
year.
know who this is.
And she is
It'll be a
away
good
at
one.
college while he is in the workforce. And we're just gonna do a little interview with them about how they're doing.
If
You know?
anyone's experiencing long distance,
Yes.
no matter the circumstances,
Mhm.
this
So-
would be a good one.
Stay tuned. Peace. Okay.
I like that. That was good.
Okay.
We literally are. Why
Imagine
would
not
you drink
getting
that?
it from, imagine
Reed?
not, imagine
I
getting
literally, it's right here. You know that from all
Reed.
along.
Imagine getting herpes from a dude.
Reed, it's a cold sore.
I'm gonna give you STDs, sexually transmitted
That is
disease.
not herpes.
Ow.
This fucker's weird, man.
Ow!
Push the PS4.
Yep,
Push the
that's
PS
an Xbox.
PS4.
Push PS4 back.
Now push it.
Now she's on. Look what you did.
Push
Oh,
the
it's
PS4
on.
back.
That's the PS4's on.
Okay, the Xbox.
Oh my
God. Press the button.
Sophia, do you need help setting that up?
No.
No. You have to explain to me what made you think that getting a bowl cut was a good idea.
Oh my god.
Like I have a
Yeah,
mullet, so
I
I don't
love
have
to
much
hear
to talk
that.
about.
What sport are you in? Football or
Actually,
baseball?
none
Because
of
you're
you
looking
guys
like a
are.
baseball player right
Actually,
now.
this isn't a mullet. This is just long hair.
You have a mullet?
No, it's just long hair.
Let me see. Show the podcast.
Show the podcast. Reed.
Yeah, show the podcast.
Show the podcast. My hair.
Show the podcast. Let's see it.
I just showed my hair.
No, you can't see you on the podcast, so show you. On the podcast.
How do you know?
Because
I
it's,
can't
it's
see
part
you.
of the podcast.
It's here.
He's got long hair in parentheses. There we go.
I have long hair.
And I know why, man, yeah, because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. La, la, la.
Later!